Hi. So summer 2020, we're all on lockdown because of this coronavirus. Spending my time sort of taking selfies and stuff as all my work has been cancelled. So this shot, I wanted to kind of sum up that post-apocalyptic feel. The initial idea of it, I was going to go to some wasteland that was reasonably nearby at sunset. A couple of reasons why I've not done that. One, it's an unnecessary journey. I don't need to be taking all my gear out with me, and also we've had such beautiful weather, there just haven't been any decent sunsets, so I've now kind of reining in the idea down a little bit, and I'm going to do it in my garden. I'm going to keep the colour scheme sort of very bold and very bright, and as we've got a directly south facing house, I've timed this shot so it's just very full frontal lighting. I've probably, if anything, left it about 20 minutes too late because the sun has just slightly gone round this way, if you can see the posts in the background there. I was initially aiming for it to just be, well actually no, it's pretty much spot on. If I keep this right here. Waffling, right, what am I doing? Probably put a cut in here. So I wanted the picture to look sort of really high contrast, very bright, very bold. If anything, kind of the complete opposite to that very sort of post-apocalyptic, muted, dusty look that you see in films like Mad Max and stuff like that. I thought I'd go for very bright, bold colours instead, and so keeping my lighting sort of very contrasty. We'll do a couple of test shots, one just natural light, just with the sun, and then I will also show you one with my flash on, just without taking the ambient down, so it just balances quite well. And then the final shot, I'm probably going to drop the ambient a stop or two, just to pick out my face, so again I just pop out of the picture a little bit more. Right, what we're going to do, I'm also going to control these pictures by the Sony app on my phone. I'm using Sony A7iii and using the Imaging Edge mobile app to control the camera. Right. So the first one I'm going to do is just natural light. Okay, so in position here. This is the straight out of camera image taken without the flash going off, so it's lit just by the sun. As you can see, the colours are nice and bold even without doing anything to this in Lightroom or Photoshop. But if you take a look at my eyes, I do have very deep shadows around them. So in the next picture, we're going to add a flash and see what changes it makes to those. So that one is just the correct exposure, which is ISO 50, 200th of a second at f9. Now, turning on this flash at half power, and I'm keeping the exposure on the camera exactly the same. In this next shot, I've left my camera settings exactly the same, but I've now added a flash. I use a Godox AD200, an amazing piece of kit, and it's set on half power. And as you can see, it's overpowered the sun and lifted the shadows that were on my face. Okay, so we're now going to do the shot dropping the ambient exposure by a stop. So I'm changing the aperture from f9 down to f14, and I'm also going to increase the flash power 2/3 of a stop. This was my final test shot. In this one, I've dropped my ambient exposure by 1 stop, so I've taken my aperture from f9 down to f14. That's made the background go darker. I've also increased my flash exposure by 2/3 of a stop, and I really think that's given me the pop that I was looking for. A darker background with me really standing out in the picture now. Spot on, love that, looks really nice. Okay, now going to go for the final thing. Got a little outfit sorted, think you might like this one. Weirdly, even though this is in my own garden, I can hear other people out. I actually feel a bit self-conscious doing this, which is unlike me, considering I'm now going to share this picture on Facebook and YouTube. But yeah, actually doing it and wondering if people are looking in going, what is he doing? The other thing I have done and it's actually perfect at the moment. This flash that I'm using to overpower the sun, it's kind of exactly in line with the sun, so you're not going to get dual shadows, which is going to look. It's going to add to the sort of the hyper-realism of it, I guess, rather than it being surreal. It is more hyper-real, the fact that it's just very flat, bold colours in this picture. Quite excited about how this one's going to turn out. Right, just going to go and get my outfit on. Right, so we're ready. As much as this is a very real, scary situation for the whole world, I think the best way to handle things is with a bit of humour. And the absolute absurdity, the fact that people are hoarding toilet rolls, that's just weird. I don't get that one at all. But yeah, so here we are. Right, let's do this. Right, setting on a 10-second timer so I've got time to get in position. See how that looks. No, absolutely love it. It's probably going to be the one I use, the first one. I'm going to do a couple of others just because I've got dressed up. Might as well. We'll call it quits there. I've got 3 good ones. Right, I think that was everything. I will also do a little editing video as well. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Right, we are not done yet because Mini-Me wants to join in for one as well. Say hello, Mini-Me.
Hi.
Right, okay. So, this leg in there. Legs slightly bent. This way a tiny bit. Ooh. Yeah. Right. And chin up a little bit. Chin up a bit. See what it's doing. That's it. Okay, and looking at the keys coming out the door. 10 seconds from now. Cool. Rad.